Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome traders. Welcome to yet another session. So today I'm gonna do a quick breakdown on how many pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 10 pairs right there. So first things first, I'm gonna look at Gbpusd. So what I'm gonna do with Gbpusd, I'm gonna go to my weekly, right? I'm gonna go to my weekly. So from what I can see from my weekly is that we are from this big impulse. We're from this big impulse, and then now what we're forming is just a correction. So what I can see now is that I'm going to just highlight my correction as it is from the weekly time frame, right? And then from there I'm just going to highlight my low from the weekly time frame and also the high from the weekly time frame, and then I go down to my daily time frame. Now on my daily time frame, what I want to see is how price is moving, how current price is moving versus previous price. So what I'm seeing here is that we had this impulse, we had this correction, and we had this correction in the form of an impulse, right? There's an impulse, correction, impulse, and then we have this big correction. So what I can see now from this big correction is that we have a structure that has been formed by this correction, okay? So from what I can see is that we have a structure that has been formed by this correction, and this structure from what I see is a bull flag continuation. So when I see a structure like this, I am looking for some sort of a continuation to the upside. So on the daily time frame, I can see that we are in this correction and we might actually go to the upside before going down to the downside. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame, when I go to the 4-hour time frame, I'm just going to find some more confirmation as to what is happening to price, right? So now here on the 4-hour time frame, I can see that we had this big impulse down, and then now what might be forming here, we have this double bottom here, right? So now I want to check, how did price approach this double bottom? I can see it approached it in a corrective 1, 2, 3 way. So it being in a corrective 1, 2, 3 way, if I go to the 1-hour time frame, let me just drop down to the 1-hour time frame like so. When I go to the 1-hour time frame like this, I can clearly see that, okay, we had a double bottom here, we had a double bottom structure formation here, and then we had this 1, 2, 3 formation right here. So this means that I could be waiting for a move to break to the upside, right? So this means that on my GU we are actually biased to the upside. Our bias is to the upside. So we will be looking to take trades this week based on our strategies to the upside. Okay, and then now we'll also be looking at GBPJPY. GBPJPY, from what I'm seeing here, is that we had this big on the daily. Let me just go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame from GBPJPY is that we had this big impulse to the downside. We had this correction, right? This is just a big correction. Then here we had this ascending structure. We had the 1, the 2, the 3. So this is the third touch there. And then now we will be anticipating a move all the way to the downside. If it breaks here, we can be anticipating a move all the way to the downside. So when I go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see here the third touch of structure. We had a strong push to the downside, and then now we're just having a correction, which can give us either a double top reversal or it can reverse straight from here. That's what we'll be waiting for on GBPJPY. And then Audusd, as you can see, we have a structure which is ascending like this. And then from this structure, what we're basically looking for, since we had this first push to the downside, we are looking for a bit of a correction to take the move all the way to the downside. And then again, now when I look at I have EURUSD on watch. I have EURUSD on watch. Let me just remove everything, and then I'll just go to the daily. Let me just okay. So EURUSD, what I have on EURUSD is that I can have something like this. This structure is gonna give me an ending structure on Euro USD from what I'm seeing. So without doing a lot of things, you can obviously see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait for the third touch here, of which then now this is when I can get a move all the way to the upside, right? So when I go to the 4-hour time frame, what is the 4-hour time frame telling me? Is it telling me almost the same thing? The 4-hour time frame is showing me that we're from this impulse correction down. Now we are waiting for this move here to the downside, and then we can take the move all the way to the upside. So if I can just adjust my structures like that, I'll be waiting for a move to come here and then take this move to the upside, right? So that is basically how I'll be looking at Euro USD. And then New Zealand JPY, I am currently looking for a continuation. So as you can see, we had this overall ascending structure, and then on the 1-hour time frame, what is basically happening here on New Zealand JPY, I am currently waiting for price to give me some sort of, let me just remove this. So I'm currently waiting for price to complete this structure, this legal correction here, and then price should continue going to the downside. If it breaks this correction, the price should continue to go to the downside and complete the 90% rule like that. Okay. Now on Audcad, what we had is that we have this overall double top formation here, right? We have this overall double top formation, and then we had this ascending structure like so. Then at the third touch of this structure, we had a push to the downside, and then now we are having this correction. We're in this correction, and this correction is in a descending manner. For me, this correction is going to break to the upside, complete this correction before I try to catch a move to the downside. So I'll wait for this move to come to the upside and then try to catch a move all the way to the downside of this correction. And then throughout Q2, we'll be looking to take the move all the way down here. And then GBP New Zealand, we've already did this one. We did this one last week, I think, with the guys on Zoom. We did this one last week. We're talking about also the possibilities of that. We have this overall ascending channel, but then here it broke out in a very corrective way, which we can now see that before it goes up, then it must come to correct, to finish this correction, the 90% of this correction, before anything can happen to say this move will go to the downside. So that's basically what we'll be waiting for on GBP NZD. Nas100, which is one of the trades that we took last week. We managed to capitalize on these trades. So now we'll just be looking for more continuation to the downside and how it's playing out. So last week we managed to enter here. We exited our first take profits here. So as we can see, it's still at the structure. It has not yet broken out. So we'll be waiting to see if it will break out of here and continue to the downside. And then US30, for those who remember US30, we shared US30 last week with you in the group. It was all the way at the top here, and then now this is how it's playing out so far. So on US30, obviously we are waiting for the move all the way to the downside. So obviously we'll be taking profits here, 90% rule, and then we'll wait and see if it will allow us to go all the way to the downside. So basically now what I was doing, I was trying to look at USD ZAR, but I haven't finished this analysis of USD ZAR, so maybe I'll just post it to the premium guys. And then also the analysis for GBP CAD, I did not finish this one, so I'll just post this one to the premium guys. So thank you guys. If you like the content that we are supplying you, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, because this will help us to grow as a channel, right? And then again, guys, remember, our 100th subscriber is going to win a free 2 months mentorship with us. Our 100th subscriber is going to win a free 2 months mentorship with us. So stay tuned on our YouTube videos, guys. We love you guys. Cheers.